बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। नामुदू नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम। डॉक्टर सलमान शाह साहिब, नसीम जहरा साहिबा, मरियम नूर मुराद साहिबा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट गेस्ट, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, स्पीकर्स, अस्सलामु अलैकुम। This is a privilege for me to express my feelings regarding this glorious event, which is an initiative of Women Institute of Learning and Leadership. It is working to empower the women to secure and change their future by ensuring their participation in socio-economic, civil, cultural, and political policy reforms and professional development in Islamic perspective. First of all, let me express my deepest appreciation to Maryam Noor Murad to initiate such conference, which will provide a dimensions and footprint to our policy reforms and implementation authorities to improve their job regarding women empowerment, especially the women who are living with disabilities and facing the issues of negligence in all means. You people, as experts of gender and social inclusion, will already aware of the issues of social inclusion of marginalized communities, including men, women, old people, disabled persons, children, and transgenders. These are the most vulnerable segments of our society who are still looking for their basic rights of survival, education, and health. I do hope the research papers and experience which are presenting here would highlighting their issues and recommendation for their betterment. Islam is the best religion of the universe, which is already covering the rights of poor and marginalized communities in all respects. Islam believes in the protection of weak persons, even in emergencies and war situations. For example, our Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam clearly defined the rules of battles at the time and asked their Sahaba to follow them strictly. Some of the key points are: do not cut the crops and harm the livestock and animals. Do not kill or harm the old person, children, women, and disabled persons. Do not kill the person who stay in her house or surrender. In gender perspectives, Quran is addressing all the sensitive issues of women, including their rights of education, marriage, respect, dealing and share inherited property. The role of women is very important as the basic unit of family and developing a civilized society. Allah Ta'ala has already acknowledged her rights many times in Quran. Our Islamic history is full of the wisdom and bravery of women like Hazrat Fatima, Rahmatullah alayhi, Radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, Hazrat Khadija Radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, and Hazrat Safiya Radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, who can be role model for our women like entrepreneurs, businessmen, educators, warriors, and nurses. Now, now related to today's topic, we all know that our society has the issues of gender inequalities, empowerment, violence, discrimination, and participation. As per UN statistics 2019, Pakistan ranks 147 out of 188 countries on UNDP's Human Development Index with an HDI value of 0.550, which shows the demand for more intervention strategies for improvement. Pakistan has one of the lowest spending on social protection not only in the world but within the South Asia region also. Pakistan spends 0.6% of its GDP on social protection compared to India 1.5% and Nepal 1.3%. Outreach of social protection programs is very low in Pakistan, with the coverage reaching out of 21.2% of households in rural areas and 10.4% in urban areas. Labor force participation ratio is 48.2% and minimum wages rate of rupees 14,000 per month, which has a weak implementation. Due to poor enactment of labor laws, the gender wages gap is alarmingly high in both the female and informal sectors. Punjab is a better positioned province of Pakistan with respect to its social, political, and economic situation. However, the education sector in Punjab still suffers from several challenges. 45% of all schools, including 23% of girls' schools, are deficient in facilities of hygiene, health, and teachers. And more than 50% of the children are enrolled in these deficient schools. Globally, women produce 50% of food and provide 43% of agricultural labor. In Pakistan, 72% of working women are involved in agricultural activities, but the most of them have lack of managerial skills as they do not, again, adequate knowledge in handling, respect of planning, organizing, coordinating their small business efficiency. Women entrepreneurs, especially in rural areas of Pakistan, are less aware of the technological aspects of handling a business that severe as a major setback in running a successful business. Women empowerment is a complex process having multiple dimensions, which are economic, social, cultural, and political. These are three important areas which need to be changed for women's economic empowerment. Women's right to choose how they want to pursue their livelihood, making opportunities available for women and giving women to space to voice themselves. These changes will lead them to explore their full potential. Women can equally participate and excel in both the traditional and non-traditional sectors in Pakistan. There is a need for social awareness at household and community levels. To encourage the involvement of men in household care, works for women's participation in markets. I think this is a unique initiative which can motivate the professional to formulate the strategies for intervention and awareness arising. I would like to suggest following points with our honorable experts which need to highlight in their recommendations. Number one, make the efforts an enabling environment which can assess, monitor, and intervene for the effective implementation of state laws related to gender equality and women's protection. Number two, formation of gender responsiveness plans, policies at institutional level to address the needs of people with intensive attentions. Number three, opportunities framework for women for decent work, income security, and socio-economic development. Number four, a protective atmosphere where women and girls enjoy the basic rights of survival, development, education, health, and food security. In the end, I would like to extend my thanks to all resource persons, speakers, participants, and will for this initiative. Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you very much.